WTVA's meteorologist John Dolusic joins us for another segment of Ask John. From rainbows to tornadoes, John has the answer. Now, today's question is from Adrian in Iuka. He says, it's mid-April. Why is it so quiet, severe weather-wise? John?
Well, here's the answer, Adrian, and everybody that's been wondering about that. I know we've had a pretty active 2025 compared to a calm 2024. We've had plenty of tornadoes, but in the last week and a half now, it's been kind of calm. We even had a nice, beautiful weekend finally, and now we may be squeezing out another one the way things are working out. We'll talk about that certainly later on in this half hour. Ingredients, it comes down to a recipe, basically. You need moisture, basically what we call dew point. That's why you hear a lot of folks say, what's the dew point to do with? I mean, it tells you when there's drier air and when there's moist air out there. And when you have a dew point that's above 60 degrees, that's usually a pretty good stout dew point. That's going to lead you to some pretty good recipe for severe weather. You need also warm air, warmer temperatures. Always heard in school, warm air and cold air mixing lead to severe weather. Well, you need a lot more ingredients, but still warm air is one of the main ingredients. And that warm air needs to be rising. You know, warm air rises, cold air sinks. Have you ever seen your freezer that's a upper top shelf freezer on your in your refrigerator, and you see the cold air sinking? Well, that warm air is rising. So also you need that lift, something else that's lifting, not only the warm air that's rising. You need a lift like a front or mountains even. You get a lot of rain in mountains because that picks up the air and just picks it up and tosses it up into the air and basically builds up cloud cover. But a cold front or a warm front is one of the main mechanisms that tosses things up into the air. So Jake, a lot of variety of weather out there over the last several days, but nothing that really is coming together to give us stormy stuff. But however, by Sunday night into Monday, we could be seeing some stormy conditions and maybe some severe weather. The recipe will be happening then.
All right. Thanks so much, John.